If you are a beginner artist that wants to improve rapidly, there are two skills that you should combine to get the maximum amount of improvement. I've been an artist for over 12 years, and if I had understood this sooner, it would have saved me years of struggle and pain to learn from my mistakes. The first skill that we want to work on is our ability to sit with challenges. Are you able to decide to improve in a specific direction and then sit with the uncomfortable feelings of learning something new? Now, this is a meta skill that you can get better at. I know because it's a skill that I've improved on drastically. The more skills that you learn in your life and the more you pay attention to this aspect of things, the easier it becomes to understand that like, hey, these uncomfortable feelings are actually a good sign that I'm learning something new. You want to start to associate positive feelings with this discomfort. Now, I know that that can sound really, really hard and that is maybe a novel concept to you. But the more that you frame these uncomfortable feelings within the framework of improving and learning and growing, the more those feelings feel good. A good example of this is when you work out. When you're working out, technically working out is a very painful experience. But when you work out, you know that it's for the good of your body. You know that that pain is associated with growth. So you don't see it the same way. Now, for some of you, you might not like working out, so maybe that doesn't work for you. Maybe that example is the wrong example for you. But there are probably aspects of your life where you take on challenges and it actually feels nice. It actually feels fun because the framework that you've developed around these challenges is actually satisfying to you. So ask yourself, how do I frame the challenges of my drawing experience, the challenges of doing drawing exercises in a way that makes it more satisfying for me? And when I say challenges and improving, I don't mean just technical skills. Obviously, technical drawing skills are important. I teach them for a reason because they will help you express yourself a little bit better. But I also mean in terms of your creative expression. When you take on challenges, it could just be self-reflective questions about your artistic practice. Are you able to sit down and ask yourself, what kind of things do I want to put in my art? What parts of myself am I not expressing in my art just yet? What part of my expectation and perfectionism is holding me back? These types of questions can be the challenges that will really help you improve your art practice. It's not just doing drawing exercises. Obviously, I teach drawing exercises and stuff like that, so it is important, but also remember that the creative aspect is just as important, and it is an aspect that you can improve upon. You can sit down, ask yourself self-reflective questions, ask yourself hard questions about what you actually want to include in your art practice, and those things are equally valuable. It's a form of improvement that I think more art teachers should talk about because I think it's tremendously valuable, because ultimately it's all about that. At its core, being an artist is about expressing yourself. Technical skills are useful for that, but ultimately it's about self-expression. So also remember that as I say improvement, I also mean in terms of creativity. I don't mean just technical improvement. The second skill that we want to master to truly skyrocket our improvement is playfulness. The more playfulness that you can introduce into your drawing practice, the more you will improve. If you can take your drawing exercises and your reflective questions and approach them with a playful mindset, with the excitement and fun and of adventure, then it becomes so much easier to have the energy to keep going. Challenges don't have to feel painful. Drawing exercises do not have to feel painful, especially. Like if you're trying to improve technically, those drawing challenges, those drawing exercises do not have to be boring. They do not have to feel like a chore. They can be tons of fun as long as you introduce a bit of playfulness to it. That's why in my Beginners Toolkit course, I focus so heavily on turning things into characters, having fun with it, reminding you over and over again that this should be fun. Find ways to make things playful. So next time you sit down to draw, ask yourself the question of, how do I introduce more playfulness into this? How do I add a bit of adventure to this? Do I need to gamify this a little bit? How do I really make this as fun as possible? And if you do that over and over again, eventually you will develop the habit of always asking yourself how this could be more fun, which means that the drawing practice becomes more and more energizing, right? It's easier to have energy for things that are fun. Think about how many hours of video games you can play when you're really into it, when it really feels playful. Remember back in like high school when you were hanging out with your friends and things felt playful. How many hours could you hang out for? Those activities tend to be energizing because there's a sense of play, there's a fun in it, right? We can introduce that same energy into our drawing practice. Our drawing practice does not have to be boring. It can be equally fun, equally playful, but a lot of times we have to teach ourselves how to do this. For a lot of us, that does not happen naturally, especially if you are a beginner artist who struggle with your artistic practice. Maybe you think of yourself as a creative, but you haven't been drawing as much lately, and you judge yourself for that. And that judgment takes away some of the playfulness. It gets in the way of feeling those positive feelings. So what we want to do is remind ourselves, hey, this judgment and shame, completely unnecessary. This is a playground. Your piece of paper, your sketchbook is a playground that you're having fun in. Judgment and shame can stay at the door, it can stay outside, right? It's not necessary here. That doesn't exist within the drawing practice. It's completely unnecessary. It can be playful, it can be fun. I know that learning that is not easy, which is why I'm talking about this skills and why I talk about this a ton. If you've been watching my videos, you know I talk about this all the time because it's tremendously powerful, because it's tremendously valuable. It's not easy, but with practice, you can learn this skill. And if you want help with that, check out the Beginners Toolkit, because I constantly remind students that this should be fun. Find ways to make the drawing exercises more fun for you. And if you want a bunch of free drawing exercises, check the link below. Free worksheets for beginner artists. Let me join you on your creative journey. It would be an honor. Check out the link below, and I'll see you in the next video when you are ready.